So this is some really good real estate news that you'll want to share with everybody. Home sales are up, and this is a big win for home buyers. Home builders are incentivizing houses. As of August 2025, new home sales are up 20% year over year from last year. Now, the reason for that is they're offering crazy incentives like refrigerators, big screen TVs, paying closing costs. Builders build houses in what they call spec homes, and when they build a spec home, they build that with the speculation that somebody's going to come along and buy it. But what happens is when the market slowed a little bit, builders, they don't stop, they keep buying because they know that eventually buyers are going to buy it, right? They don't adjust the prices, they just give you incentives, and those incentives can be huge, huge money savings. Now, when I talk about saving money, I'm not just talking about closing costs and giving you a refrigerator. I'm talking about buying the rate down. You see, home builders will incentivize you to buy their house by offering you a lower rate, by buying that rate down. And how they do that is many of these builders, and keep in mind, builders are typically not developers. You have a developer, you have a builder. But a lot of these builders, like the community I'm walking through, is a DSLD, large corporate builder based out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And they offer incentives like lots of builders all around the country. They buy the rate down. So that means that for the first year that you own the house, for example, your interest rate is 1.9% fixed. And the second year, it goes up a little bit more. In the third year, it goes up a little bit more. And when it freezes, it's better than the current rate. So a freeze means that it's going to be fixed for 30 years, but the first year is 1.9, the second year is 2.9, the third year is 3.9, and then the fourth year is 4.9%. That's why you see so many people all of a sudden buying new houses. That's why we've seen a 20% uptick in new home sales. Now listen, there's nothing like the smell of a new house, and if you've never went out and looked at one, you owe it to yourself because these builders are offering incentives that you just can't beat anywhere. Now stay with me because I'm going to show you the pros, the cons, the features, and the benefits. We're going to walk through a couple of houses. This house right here that I'm about to show you, they do vinyl siding, right? So they don't build them to the standard of some multi-million-dollar home. But this home that I'm walking around, I'm going to walk you through here in just a second, is $215,000. You tell me where you can go buy a house for $215,000. And look, backs up to a pond. I mean, lots of features, covered back porch. Some of them have garages, they're a little bit more expensive. The exciting thing is they'll pay your closing costs. The reason why I'm shooting this video is to explain to you and share with you that this is for real. This is happening all around the United States. People talk about a housing crash. We're not going to see a housing crash, and I got bad news for a lot of people. If you're waiting for home prices to plummet, you're going to be waiting for a long time, and here's why. You see, the supply of houses is not such where it's a buyer's market until the supply of homes gets to where it's literally so many homes on the market compared to the people buying houses. That's when we'll see a crash. That's when we see crazy drop in prices. We're not seeing that. Right now we have a shortage in homes. That's why builders are building these homes, and they can't build them fast enough. All around the country, every city and every state. And that's why they're incentivizing. So when the rates, we had a slow summer, right? The rates trickled down a little bit. You can still buy a house at 6.25% interest on a 30-year fixed rate with like FHA. What's really exciting is the young lady that just purchased one of these houses for my team and I, she was able to buy a brand new house for only $1,500 out of pocket. Now, if you watched any of my videos, you're probably thinking, I know how to do that. Wayne told me USDA. Well, these aren't USDA loans necessarily. These are just incentivized loans where lenders are having to get creative. You see, when the interest rates went up, and they literally doubled within 6 months, April 2022 to October 2022, interest rates hit 8%. Before they were at about, less than 5. So they literally doubled from where they were at the lowest point. That being said, lenders have to lend money. And when no one's buying and no one's refinancing, because most mortgage lenders make a ton of money off refinancing, right? You got a 6% rate, you can refinance it to 3%, drops your mortgage, save thousands of dollars. So they have to get creative in order to lend you money. Now I've got a little news for you, and it's not necessarily good news. And listen, if you've ever bought a new house, what do you think about the new houses? A lot of people say, I don't want a new house. They don't build them like they used to. You're right, they typically don't. Back in the 50s, they used a lot more wood and a lot more lumber and harder nails, and all of that was different, right? But I can tell you, that house right there, unless a hurricane or a tornado blows it over, it's going to still be standing there in 40 years. But chime in, let me know what you think. Now, what I was saying is good news, right? This isn't so much good news, and that is the average price or the median home price of a home right now is $413,500 for a new home. And that's actually up 1.9% from last year. So you can see new home sales are selling. New homes are selling and the prices are up. Now, another statistic you'll want to hang on to, and that is 37% of new home builders are reporting dropping their prices. And that's why I always tell people real estate is hyper local. You just have to look in your market and see what prices are and can you buy affordable houses this way. You can look all down the street. These homes start at $215,000, right? They're building these all around the country, lots of home builders, and they're offering incentives. Now, 66% of the builders have reported offering incentives. They don't drop the price, and for a good reason. You see, if they start dropping the price, it's a whole lot easier to go up than it is to come down. And once they start dropping a price, how does that make you feel if you bought a home and then 6 months later, the house in the neighborhood, somebody can come along and buy a brand new house cheaper than you bought it for? It also really truly messes with the comparable sales because real estate appraisers have to appraise the property and they need to know that the value's there. And when you really start playing with the price, it shows that the value's not there. The value's there if a ready, willing, and able buyer is ready to buy the house. So what they try to do is to incentivize things like TVs, refrigerators, closing costs, buying your rate down. They'll do just about anything to get you in these houses right now, but you gotta know what to look for and most importantly, what to ask. So the trick to making sure you get all the incentives on any new home build is this right here. You simply ask. You ask them, do y'all offer any buy downs, rate buy downs? Do you offer any down payment assistance? Are there any types of loans? Just tell them outright. Listen, it doesn't matter if you got 20 grand, 50 grand, $100,000 in the bank. If you don't want to put it down on the house, you don't have to. Ask them if they have any kind of special incentives, down payment assistance program. And also ask them, do they have any gift packages? Are they giving away TVs or refrigerators, or will they install a privacy fence for you? You may have children or pets and you want a fence, but you don't want to foot the cost of the fence yourself. You have to understand that those incentives are there. You just need to ask. Another thing that's really important, this is how you can save really big when it comes to a new house. I know I need a haircut, y'all, I really do. I hadn't had my hair cut in 4 months. It's crazy. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. But a good way to get a good deal on a new house is go to the new home builders, drive through the neighborhoods, look at these houses, go to the model homes and simply ask them this. Do you have any spec homes? These builders, it's a numbers game. They want to get these homes off their books because most of them are borrowing money from banks and they're paying interest only on these houses and they want to get them closed quick. So they will actually work with you more on a house that they built that's a spec home. In other words, it's within 30 days of being completed and you can come along and buy it. Trust me, they're a lot more motivated to sell it to you. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean you can't get a good deal on a new house. This home that was built around the corner, and I forgot, I'm gonna walk you through it. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I'm gonna walk you through this house right now. What incentivized that young lady is it was brand new, it was a brand new house. She was able to pick out her lot. So she knows where the sun rises and where it sets. And if she didn't want it on the back of the house or the front of the house, that's something that you have to keep in mind when you're building the house. Because sometimes people are like, I love to sit outside and have a glass of wine in the evenings and I don't want the sun beating in the back of the house. So I don't want a northwest house or a southeast house. You can shift that. I also want to make sure, get a floor plan with a front porch or a back porch. If you've never bought a home, owned a home, and you're going to buy a new home, get one with at least a covered back porch. I promise you, you will absolutely love it. It increases the lifestyle space of the home. Let's take a look at this one inside. Now, as I walk you through this house, I'm going to turn around when we come back out so you can actually see the outside. But you can kind of see these are just nice little cottage style houses. They've got a great look to them. The cool thing about a new house, you ain't got to fix anything. Like, there's nothing that's you got to fix for a long time. So as you walk in the house, you can see, and I've kind of went back a little bit. This is a living room, open kitchen, granite countertops, nice cabinets, stainless steel appliances, big kitchen with an island. Your refrigerator is going to go there. Now, cool thing about this, I always tell people, split floor pan is really nice. I mean, nice sized utility room with a cabinet. There's a covered back porch right off that back door. This is the main bedroom. And listen, people, people, they'll complain, right? They'll say, oh, the rooms are too small. It's like, dude, beats renting an apartment. You buy something, you own it. You're paying to own it. It's going to go up in value. There's the bath. Now, many of these houses, you're not getting double vanities and crazy, but you're getting a tub shower, everything's brand new. You're getting a walk-in closet, right? And then over here, like this house is like 1,050 square feet. Split floor plan, which is cool. Look, they got the wide baseboards, the wide trim. They got recessed lights, ceiling fans. There's another bath right here, which is cool. And then bedroom here. Now, one thing they're doing, 9-foot ceilings. You follow me enough. If you haven't, you know what I say. Don't build a house with 8-foot ceilings. All these new homes have 9-foot ceilings in them, and for a reason. Because when you take 1,050 square feet and you see that it's big and open, and you drop that ceiling down so much as a foot, it's gonna feel like you're in a cubby hole, and that ain't good. So as I walk out this house, you can see, like a lot of them, that they're building. And these are houses like this all around the country that you can buy with many times zero money out of pocket. And I always tell folks, if you got a 620 or higher credit score, 2 years on your job, tax returns, you owe it to yourself to take a look at these houses. But there's more to it. You see, when you buy these houses, if you're a veteran, you don't need any money out of pocket. The government pays for all of that, the down payment, they guarantee the loan. The builder can pay your closing cost, and many times they do. No money out of pocket. Now, how to secure one of these lots and to actually start the process is typically you have to put a deposit down, which is $500. They'll take that money, they'll cash that check, and that's going to be used as your down payment. The cool thing though is these houses, I mean, most of them have concrete drives and everything, but what's really nice is you can pick and choose everything. They'll usually give you 3 to 4 options of the roof, exterior colors, cabinet colors, paint colors, floor colors, granite, countertops, faucets, fixtures, light fixtures. And I always tell people, and a good builder, like the ones, this DSLD, they do a good job. And what I mean by that is they are organized. They don't just build a good quality house, they are extremely organized. So they have a checklist in the process, every step of the process, and it just makes it super easy for you. Now, don't get me wrong, you have to understand when you go out to buy one of these houses, they have a sales representative in there looking out for the builder's best interest, sitting down with you. And these builders gladly welcome you to have an agent, and they gladly pay your agent for you on your behalf. So you can have an agent that you like, that you trust, that Wayne recommended to you, or whatever it may be, and they can help you, represent you, and they don't add money to the price of the house or anything. The builders just want to sell houses, and if that means they have to pay a real estate agent 2 or 3% to represent your best interest, so you buy a house and it gets off their books, they do it every time. Now, a couple of more tips you'll find really helpful when it comes to building a new house and buying something that's brand new and you're going through the whole process to building it, right? Is don't get in a hurry, don't get in a rush. It's easy to ride by and they hadn't worked on the house for 4 or 5 weeks. If a builder tells you it's gonna be 4 months, 5 months, you're probably thinking, what, it's gonna take that long? Yeah, to build a house like this takes 4 months, almost to the day. And as they get bigger, 2,200, 2,300 square feet, you're looking at 6 full months. So just focus on that date, be patient. Also, when you're gonna close on the house, select to close at the end of the month. It's nothing that you have to do, but if somebody's gonna pay your closing costs, whether it be on a pre-existing home or a brand new home, if you close at the end of the month, you skip a mortgage payment. So for example, if you close on November the 30th, for example, your mortgage payment is not due until January the 1st. So listen, I hope you like this video. If so, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'm Wayne Turner. I've been in the real estate business for 30 years and I do everything I can to help people just like yourselves. Until next time, thank you and God bless.